Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. I am Namita Purohit and I'm here to talk about Bhai Dooj today. A lot of people celebrating Bhai Dooj in India November 3rd. Some celebrating in the US as well, but depending on the tithis and the dates, when people are celebrating is a different, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. But wish you all a very auspicious Bhai Dooj for everyone who celebrates it, and for all the people in Maharashtra they call it Bhau Beej, and I wish you all a very auspicious Bhau Beej. This is part of my series that I have been doing as a part of the Diwali Days series. As I mentioned yesterday, last year I was just looking at each of the dates and trying to understand the story of and the significance of each of the dates of Diwali. The 5 6 days that you have, and I was very amazed at how each one of them is so super packed with such spiritual potency and such spiritual intensity at the foundation of the Kartik month. And then all these wonderful festivals glorifying Lord Ram, Lord Sri Krishna, Yamaraj, and so many Bali Maharaj and Vaman Dev's pastimes, and the sun god, as you know, you come towards Chat on the sixth day of Diwali, and so many beautiful things. So last year I thought that when we are in the Diwali zone next year, which is 2024, I thought I'll make a series and at least attempt to share a little bit about each of these beautiful days. So I showed up on Diwali night and I talked about, can Lakshmi Puja really make you rich fast? Then yesterday I talked about we would another the Govardhan Puja, and how that can bring the many lessons from Govardhan Puja, and how that can bring abundance in your life. And today we're going to talk about Bhai Dooj, and a secret inside of Bhai Dooj about bringing auspiciousness and prosperity in your life, because this is part of my promotions for this new course that I have launched, which is Wealth Manifestation the Vedic Way. And that includes principles of what does Lakshmi Devi expect of us, who does she reside with, where does she stay, where does she not stay, the general principles, the ethics in Vedic system. uh, then working on your own inner beliefs around. So one thing is the divine aspect, which is recognizing the divine, connecting with the divine, following the lifestyle that Lakshmi Devi would like us to follow, her requirements, so that we can live a lifestyle of surrender and uh, please her with her activities, so that she stays with us, and her auspiciousness and her grace stays with us. We talked about the definition of wealth. So that's all that is covered in the course. A lot more introspection exercises, a lot more exercises on how to make those commitments and those lifestyle changes, and edit your spiritual aspirations, and material aspirations to spiritual aspirations. And also the lifestyle changes and the character development that Lakshmi Devi expects out of us. So the course helps you build on all of that with uh, great references from the Mahabharat on a lot of these aspects, and of course the whole coaching and psychological tips that you need, because I'm a coach, is to also help you understand how you can edit all of these things that you need to edit, so that you can become pleasing to goddess Lakshmi. And then in addition to that, also adding all the law of attraction principles, the law of attraction principles that you hear in the outside world, but then how do you connect that in the Vedic way, in the Vedic system? Because a lot of that is being taught outside. uh, a lot of us don't get results, and it's all about, yeah, just visualize, and but there's a lot of mindset that needs to be shifted also. There are a lot of mindset shifts that need to happen, from a scarcity to an abundance, to the relationship that we have with money. Some of us may have some trauma around money, some of us may have some belief systems around money, because of which we self sabotage in the moment. And all of these different programs that I'm doing over this is the third day today, is part of my promotions for the Wealth Manifestation Program course, the Vedic Way, which is available at a very special discount of launch promotion offer. I don't do discounts, but whenever I'm launching a program, you get it at a very special price, at 50% off. The launch price itself is at a very low value, and even of that, I'm giving you at 50% off, along with 8 weeks of support and along with 8 weeks of community support, along with two bonuses, and a third very important bonus, which is one group coaching call with me. And all of this for $75 for those of you who join before November 4th, 11:59 p.m. That's the price. It's at 50% off with the Diwali coupon code Diwali. And I just finished making all these beautiful thumbnails and all the course content and everything. I think I spent like 8 hours just going boom, finishing and completing all of these things. And my heart is so full of joy and so much devotion for Lakshmi Devi as I was covering all of these things. So you get access to courses worth $800 for $75 if you join before November 4th, 11:59 PDT. And for those joining from India, it's November 5th, around noonish for you. Yes. So you're going to get the basics of wealth and the basics of understanding what wealth is. And we also cover financial planning in this, and also understanding Lakshmi Devi, understanding what wealth is, and understanding how to attain her favor. Prayers to Lakshmi Devi, guided meditation. This also includes the next course is also about the personal habits and the home energy that Lakshmi Devi expects us to have, and how to create all of that she wants us to have. What are the steps to do that? And that's all covered in the personal habits and home energy. And this is all about the law of attraction principles that you hear outside, and then how to use those law of attraction principles in connection with Lakshmi Devi to manifest all the beautiful wealth that you is there out there for us abundantly. And there is prayers to Lakshmi. This thumbnail needs editing, but this is the wealth manifestation guided meditation. So you have prayers to Lakshmi Devi guided meditation, you have wealth manifestation guided meditation, and you also have remedies to heal your wealth karma, because you would be trying a lot of things, but karmically you have a certain type of karma around wealth. Now what can you do to dissolve that karma? And there are steps given for that that I have put in over there with all the reading and all the learning that I have. I'm sharing it with all of you at a very beautiful Diwali discount for um, just $75, or in Indian rupees, it's 7,490. And imagine the beautiful mindset shifts that you would have. And imagine that small investment of 7,490, and then one mindset shift, and then one fantastic idea that comes to you for your business, or one fantastic idea that comes to you about approaching your career and your job differently because of the mindset shifts that you've made and the lifestyle changes that you've made. You're going to earn a lot more. This is like you're going to get a big bang for your buck, and also a big bang for your devotion, because this is devotional, this is spiritual. In a spiritual way, how can you do all of these different things within the framework of the dharmic values that you like to follow? And here's the program, and these are all the details, whatever I showed you there over here. And when you use the coupon code Diwali, you get this price. Instead of 149, you get it for 74.5, and instead of 14,900, you get it for 7,450. Just the courses themselves are worth $800. And then you also get this one group coaching session with me, which is worth $250. So you're getting $1,000 of value. And I haven't even put down the community, because you're getting access to community for 8 weeks where you can post your questions and get answers and meet other people. I haven't even put a value for that. So I wanted you to know about this as I enter into the discussion of Bhai Dooj today. Just sharing the link also to that in the program here for all of you in the chat. Yes. So Bhai Dooj, and the very important secret that we're going to learn about Bhai Dooj today is Bhai Dooj is a festival where the sisters invite their brother home for lunch, or depending on the muhurta, whatever the muhurta is, and they make a very beautiful sumptuous feast of prasad, and they offer it to the brother and the brother's wife, the bhabi and the family, and they do a tilak to the brother. And there's a very auspicious muhurta on when the tilak needs to be done. And it is said that there are abundant blessings for a brother and sister, who engage in this festival and who do this particular blessing. And it is the significance of the festival comes from Yamaraj, and Yamaraj's sister is Yamuna Devi, and Yamuna Devi was very blissfully one day, Lord God Yamaraj showed up at her home, and Yamuna Devi is so significant in terms of Krishna's pastimes and in terms of our own spiritual growth. Where when you're in Vrindavan, a dip in the Yamuna to seek her blessings so that we can have the same devotion as her, get her blessings, not same devotion, but get her blessings so that our feeble devotion can be strengthened towards the Lord. A dip in the Yamuna Nadi is very, very important and considered very auspicious and very, a lot of blessings there. So she is overjoyed when her brother decides to visit her. And that day, Yamaraj is in a very happy mood and he's visiting his sister. And he's also so happy and so pleased that he also opens the doors of the hellish planets, and he allows everyone to leave from there and, like, go back to better, come back to better situation. So he's in such a blissful mood. And then when he comes to Yamuna Devi is so overjoyed that her brother finally, one day came to her place, and she's so happy that she wants to make, she makes such a wonderful, sumptuous, she manifests such a wonderful and sumptuous feast for him. And Yamaraj becomes extremely pleased. And then after the feast, she applies tilak to him, and he gives her so many gifts as a part of that ceremony. And because he's so happy, and then he blesses her that the blessing that comes from this beautiful interaction is that whichever brother and sister engage in this festival on this day, they are both delivered from seeing Yamaraj in their lifetime, right? So the sister cooks a wonderful feast with a lot of love, and the brother comes to the sister with a lot of love and also gives her some gifts. That both of them are delivered from seeing Yamaraj in this lifetime. And that's what Yamuna Devi, then Yamaraj also gives the blessing that whoever bathes in the Yamuna Nadi on this day, which is the month of Kartik according to the Indian Hindu calendar, month of Kartik, Shukla Paksha, Dvitiya Triti, Tithi, right? So this is the second Tithi of the Shukla Paksha of the waning moon or the waxing moon, the Shukla Paksha, where the moon is, I think it's becoming bigger because we've just gone through Amavasya, and as the moon becomes brighter, so this is the second day of the full progression towards the full moon in the month of Kartik, the second half of Kartik. And whoever does this ritual on this day gets a lot of collective blessings of Yamaraj and is protecting from seeing Yamaraj. And Yamaraj also blesses your devotion. Now, this is a beautiful festival, and we request all of you to engage in it and all of you to do it. And that brings us to a very important principle in wealth. And the important principle in wealth generation is that wealth generation is about collectivism. It's not about individual wealth generation. It's about collectivism. It's about sharing. It's about relationships. It's about love. And I just shared on my Facebook and on my LinkedIn this Time magazine cover about it's glorifying childless couples, right? And they're being glorified because they have this beautiful, fancy life of freedom, and that they don't have to worry about it. But I worry about anything like, oh, raising children, such a headache. Oh, doing this, such a headache. I have a free life. I can do whatever I want. And basically, it's it's like. It's not about, oh, I want to pursue my dreams and I can do whatever I want. It's basically very irresponsible life. It's like, I want to be an adolescent all my life and I want to take no responsibility. And that also means no marriage, because then I can do whatever I want and I can just check out from the marriage whenever I want. I can, because then there are no children also, and I can have a happy life and I can do some wonderful things. Now I'm wondering, where as a society are we headed, and what kind of auspiciousness and what kind of wealth can all of this bring in our lives? Doesn't, right? I recently at a conference I met this lady, and we were exchanging cards and exchanging what we do, and like, she's the founder of a nice tech startup, and I was very proud and appreciative of her work. And we were discussing, and until then, like, the mindset, like, she said something to me like, oh, I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, and I wonder, why did I even have these children? I'm so happy, not having them around me, and like now, but I know my startup is suffering just because I have these children. I see other people without children, they're able to do so much better in their startup. And here I am stuck with, you know, ballet classes, and I'm stuck with driving them here and driving them there and helping them with their homework and cooking for so many people and cleaning up and things like that. I'm just so frustrated. Now, as a mother, I wouldn't say that she's like, she wouldn't love her children. I'm sure all mothers love their children, and all mothers, do get flustered sometimes and like get upset and get angry. But I was just listening to a theme there, which is that, oh, these children are in the way of me growing in my life, or growing my career and growing my wealth, right? And 2 days ago we were talking about Lakshmi Devi, and she is also one of the Ashtalakshmi forms is Santana Lakshmi, right? And Santana Lakshmi is where she is bestowing good progeny to you, and the importance of good progeny in your life, right? And it's also about them offering oblations for you when you are departed, that that good progeny would do it. And it's where you're giving your samskaras, you're giving your legacy, you're sharing, and it's grounding you. Actually, more than you raising your children, the having children raises you and raises your consciousness, our consciousness, from focusing on ourselves all the time towards focusing on somebody else. So it brings in such beautiful qualities of selflessness and tolerance and so many different things. So going back and connecting back to the point, which is about the collective spirit in wealth generation, and loka sangraha in wealth generation. Yes. So this whole individual culture one day will collapse. And it's already collapsing so many places, right? And wealth generation as an individual, people are just thinking about money. But you can earn all the money you want, but you will not be happy when you're alone, right? And you have nobody to share it with. You're not going to be happy. That's point number one. Another thing that Lakshmi Devi stresses upon is being in the mood of service, taking care of our duties, of our responsibilities, of people in our care, of the helpless, of the downtrodden, of the ones who are in trouble. And Lakshmi Devi sees all of those attributes in a person before she blesses them with wealth. Now, I don't want to have children. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to help anybody. But here, this beautiful Bhai Dooj festival is all about this sharing. The sister sharing, her house and her, beautiful things, and, gifts for her nieces and nephews on this beautiful Bhai Dooj day. And the brother coming with so much affection with his wife, and, to get the tilak done, and and he comes with so much love and affection and, symbolic gifts. And there's so much blessing that, Lord Yamaraj is giving for this beautiful exchange of love. And this collective spirit in sharing your wealth and in supporting others, in taking care of others, elders, family members, everyone, in taking care of Loka Sangraha. This is another concept that Krishna talks about, which is Loka Sangraha in the Bhagavad Gita, which is also about, uh, it's even about social enterprises. Yes, it's about, yes, how can this wealth generation of mine help other people run the fires in the house, bring food on the table for themselves? How can it bring dignity to other people's lives? And what can I do as a part of my wealth generation? Either I run a social enterprise where my whole business is geared around, how is serving people, right? Or how, whatever, I have a purely commercial enterprise, but then how can the profits of that be directed towards loka sangraha, taking care of others? And that's a very beautiful important tip in wealth manifestation. I've just been able to share a few, but there's a lot more if you join the program, the wealth manifestation the Vedic way. I've already talked about it. And we have less than about 20 49 hours left till the special bonuses and the special features of the program are there. As I said, there are these beautiful modules that are there. There are these 4 modules in the program, which is you and your wealth basics, and how to attract the favor of Lakshmi Devi according to the scriptures and according to her mood. What does she say? Then the principles of law of attraction that we have been learning, and how do you align that with Lakshmi Devi's teachings, and how do you use those principles to manifest the wealth that you deserve, and the abundance that is there. Then personal habits and home energy maintenance to attract abundance, and then remedies to heal your wealth karma. We have boatloads of karma, and like you may try all of these things, but your karma is coming in the way. So what are you going to do? What are the exact steps you can take to dissolve your karma, to dissolve that bad wealth karma that you have and attract auspiciousness in your life. And then if you sign up before November 4th, 11:59 p.m., you not only get a very special price to the program, but you also get this one group coaching session call with me worth $250, because as you're going through the program, you're going to have a lot of questions. And that's your place where you can get your questions answered. And then you get the wealth manifestation guided meditation worth $99, something that you do along with the law of attraction course that I talked about here. And then you have the guided meditation to please Lakshmi Devi, prayers to Lakshmi Devi guided meditation, which is about incorporating all of these different teachings that are there in the course, and then submitting to Lakshmi Devi. And how do you do that, right? So there's a beautiful guided meditation on that, to recognize her mercy and seek her grace. And all of this worth $1,050 for $75, or 7,450 rupees, because it includes GST in India. And all of this with the promo code Diwali. You have the link and you know what to do. And if you have questions, you can also WhatsApp us here. There's a link right here when you try to sign up for the program. So I look forward to serving some of you inside, most of you inside. And I hope you have a wonderful Bhai Dooj and a wonderful festival. This ends my 3 day series on Diwali. And I hope you liked it. And I hope you loved the beautiful different messages that I've shared over the last 3 days. And I look forward to teaching you more and serving you more at a much deeper level with all those mindset shifts that you need to do in order to attract that wealth and abundance in your life through the program, the Wealth Manifestation, the Vedic Way program. So here is the link. You have the link to make the purchase, and the coupon code is Diwali in all caps, DIWALI. And for those of you who have questions about the program and want to know more, and like you're like, you may have some things about like when do I, when does it, some technical questions around the program, etc. You can also send us a WhatsApp. I put the WhatsApp link as well in the chat, and I look forward to serving you inside.